Hey, what is up guys, Didrex here, and today we are doing a video on Voidwalkers. Yes, I know I did a like Warlock video, kind of Voidwalker video, just recently, but I'm really liking playing on my Warlock, and I thought I'd come out with this guide to help you guys with grenades. So this is going to be a Voidwalker complete grenade guide. So with your Voidwalker, you do have 3 grenades, just like any other subclass, the basic stuff, and the first one is called the Vortex Grenade. And we're going to be testing all these just in Patrol to see what they look like. So guys, here is the Vortex Grenade. Alright guys, so the Vortex Grenade is actually the first one, and I think this one is least effective really in PvP and PvE in general. It is similar to the Solar Grenade on the Sunsinger and the Warlock. I feel like it has a little bit more area of effect, but I don't think it lasts as long as the Solar Grenade. So here we go, we have another one, and I really just don't think it's that good. I'm being affected with it right now, and you can see once my screen starts turning a little bit purple that I am getting the effect of it, but it doesn't last long at all. And the Vortex Grenade really isn't too effective, but here's the Scatter Grenade, and yes, they bounce sometimes, but what this grenade does is you throw it on the ground, and it releases projectiles which then explode on the enemies. So here's another one, so you can see it again, and they explode on impact once they hit any surface, and sometimes they bounce like that, sometimes they bounce higher, but they release these projectiles which explode on enemies, so you want to be direct impacting them. And this one is the Axiom Bolt, and we actually need a target for this one because this grenade doesn't work unless you have targets nearby them. You do have to throw the Axiom Bolt close to the target, similar to an Arc Bolt or a Fire Bolt. It needs to have something to track onto. So here's some shanks, let me throw it. See, it tracks onto them and creates 2 little bolts that go to either shank. It creates 2 bolts, but there's some exotics that boost these Axiom Bolts. Look, as it tracks the Vandal, and it gets to him and explodes. So that is going to be all 3 grenades in basics, so let's get more in depth. So guys, some useful skills on the skill tree to have before we get into this is Embrace the Void, and when you saw me kill the Vandal in the last clip, you could see that I got my energy back right away, and this lets you have pretty much unlimited grenades, because if you do damage or get a kill with this, you start getting your grenade back right away, and it recharges super quickly, instantly giving you another nade. And another one is the Annihilation, and it makes your grenades explosions bigger, so this really helps with scatter grenades, making the scatter grenades really powerful. And if you have any modifiers like Catapult on Heroic Strikes, or Nightfalls, or Prison of Elders, this is really good paired with the Nothing Manacles, but we'll get into the exotics later. So guys, some exotics that are good for Voidwalker grenades, starting off is the Nothing Manacles, and these things actually allow your scatter grenades to track their targets, and this is super useful in PvP and PvE especially, and they also give you a second scatter grenade, so this is just a super good exotic all around for your scatter grenades. And then the other exotic right here, well, there's really 3 exotics that could help with grenades, but the other main one right here is the Voidfang Vestments, and this gives you full grenade energy when you respawn, which is really good for PvP, and it adds a 3rd Axiom Bolt tracker, and Axiom Bolts track from longer away, so this really just puts your Axiom Bolts on steroids. They're really good when using Voidfang Vestments. They're pretty good regularly, but using Voidfang Vestments, it's hard not to get your Axiom Bolts to track the enemies. So guys, this exotic isn't as good as the 2 other ones. This is called Skull of Diarmakara, and you really don't care about the first perk, but the second perk increases your energy drain, and this is going to help you get grenades a lot faster if you have energy drain, and I definitely recommend energy drain on the build for this, because seriously, energy drain is so good. You get your grenades back almost instantly if you get a kill with the previous grenade, melee, or even Nova Bomb. So guys, this is some Prison of Elders gameplay using the Nothing Manacles and Scatter Grenade while I talk about the grenades in PvE. So this does have Catapult on it. This isn't just Energy Drain, but Energy Drain is a lot of this, and Catapult just helps get grenades faster. So if any modifier ever has Catapult, use Energy Drain with Nothing Manacles and Scatter Grenades. It is so good. As you see, I get a grenade pretty much every second because Catapult gives me my grenades faster, and then when I get a kill, you can see how fast my grenades charge after I kill any adds with these grenades. It is just insane. So now in PvE, I would definitely recommend you use scatter grenades with Nothing Manacles and Energy Drain, just like I'm using here, because Axiom Bolts, they're really not too effective in PvE, and well, the other Void grenades, they're just not very good. Honestly, they don't really last long. They don't pack a punch you need to kill and they don't really have a large blast radius like you see with the Nothing Manacles. I'm taking out mobs or ads that are really close together, but I am taking out 3 or 4 at a time, and I can hit them with the Nothing Manacles from pretty far away, and they do kill with the scatter, or with the Nothing Manacles. These scatter grenades do kill, and as you see, I'm just getting my grenades back like crazy. You can see the energy drain proc every time I get a kill with one of my abilities, and this is just insane in PvE. And if any modifiers are ever catapult, definitely use this setup right here: energy drain, scatter grenades, and Nothing Manacles, because these manacle grenades are insane. As you see, they're far apart, and I can still pretty much take out all 3 with one grenade, and it's just insane how I can lob them anywhere and it'll get a kill, and I know that I'll have a grenade back. So basically the only limitation you have on this build is that you can't throw grenades fast enough because you get them back so fast. Now sometimes you'll find yourself without a grenade, but don't worry, because normally you'll have max discipline, and if you don't have max discipline on your Warlock, I definitely suggest working there. Get max discipline and intellect, because that is a good build for pretty much anything. You want max discipline and intellect unless you're running a Night Stalker. So I would definitely recommend trying to get the highest discipline as possible, but that's just, you know, kind of a normal thing in Destiny. And yeah, this is what I would run in PvE, because you get your grenades back like crazy, and it's just super fun lobbing your nades everywhere towards everything, and it does a ton of damage. So guys, the next 2 clips I have to show you are some PvP clips and how Nothing Manacles and the scatter grenades come in handy. So now, in these 2 clips, you'll see people rushing me with a shotgun. So this guy I see on my minimap, I'm sliding up, and I do know he has a shotgun because he's coming on my radar super fast. I throw a manacle grenade and scatter Nothing Manacle. I call them manacle grenades because super hypes them, but I throw it right in front of the shotgun runner, and they track on, and he just runs into it and then explodes all around him. And these grenades have the potential to one-shot. So now, this next clip here, you'll see it's just I'm running, and I just want to show you guys this because I almost do kill myself. The Nothing Manacle grenades can do damage if you are too close to it, like that you can damage yourself with the manacle grenades, so you just need to be careful about that. But manacle grenades are really good on rushing shotgunners, and they do have the potential to one-shot, and it's just crazy how effective these can be once you get good with them. They may take a little more practice than the Axiom bolts, but these are definitely a really good option, and they just pack a ton of damage. In Trials of Osiris, I know I was getting them, instead of res sniping them or getting up close, I was throwing a Nothing Manacle on them when they were getting up, and this would just get their shield down, get their overshield down, and get their regular shield down, and all I had to do was tap them a few times with the last word to finish them off. So guys, in this next clip I have to show you, I am using Axiom bolts paired with the Voidfang vestments, and these things are super effective, and I'm using them in Trials of Osiris because I see 2 enemies, and they will definitely track on even if I lob it close. So I go for a long lob, as you see here, the clip is starting. I go for a longer lob across the map. It lands on the sign, but it still tracks, so I have that increased tracking distance, which is really good. It finishes one off and is chasing this other one away, and even if the Axiom bolt didn't get him, I would have finished him off with my Midas. So these things are super good for pushing people out of cover, as you'll see in this clip here. And they can push people out of cover, they can push people back, so you can push them into their spawn. As you see, the Nothing Manacle is tracking him, so he ran away, allowing my teammate and I to push up to their spawn and take out the sniper who was about to snipe my other teammate. Sorry, lost for words there. But yeah, guys, those are what Axiom bolts are used for. I'd say Axiom bolts use a lot less skill because you really don't need to get them close to track, and like I said, if you get them like 2 or 3 times, or like if you get them around 2 or 3 people, they'll definitely track, especially with Voidfang vestments and increased range. So these things are just crazy. And yeah, guys, that's going to be the video. As you see, you can pick either scatter grenades or Axiom bolts for PvP. This is just going to be a quick guide, but I hope you guys really enjoyed this video because I enjoyed using scatter grenades and Axiom bolts. So you guys can pick which ones. If you're just starting off on a Warlock, I would recommend Axiom bolts, even though you don't unlock them till later. You can use either, really. Scatter grenades, I'd say, are more for an aggressive player. Axiom bolts are a little bit easier to use, but I say scatter grenades paired with the Nothing Manacles are more rewarding and will get you more kills. So that's the end of the guide. I hope this helped you in any way, and if it did help you, subscribe, and also subscribe if you like Destiny, The Division, Overwatch, Call of Duty, or Big Titties. So I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. This has been Digirex. Peace.